You're listening to Last Word Radio, where you get the last word.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Learning Wild Podcast. I'm your co-host, Rich. Alongside me, as always, my co-host, Runz.
Booyaka, booyaka.
I want to be clear. If that music plays on Sunday, I will be so angry.
No way. He's with Lucha Underground.
I'd be so angry. All right, just before we get into the show, don't forget that you guys can catch us and listen to us on our own channel on iTunes, as well as Stitcher. You can also catch us on the Last Word on Sports network on iTunes, and also on the Wrestling to the Max channel on iTunes. You can follow us on Twitter at RunningWildLWOS, and you can send your emails to runningwildpodcast@gmail.com. All right, so today is Friday. We're taping 2 days before one of the big four, I'd say the event that every year gets me the most excited and the most disappointed, WWE Royal Rumble.
Oh, is that this weekend?
I believe it's this weekend.
Oh, I had no idea.
And hopefully New York gets covered in 5 feet of snow, so that we'll actually be off Monday.
Yeah, okay. So, just briefly, I'm watching the Royal Rumble 2010, I guess, when it was the 40-man. And so I just put it on from the beginning. And it's Edge versus Ziggler. And Vicky Guerrero bans the spear, right? So apparently this gives it the same equivalent to a chair, because the ref gets knocked down and then Edge spears Dolph Ziggler and pins him and wins. I don't. But just because the ref didn't see the spear means it doesn't happen? I don't understand.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've seen other. I feel like.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It makes it the equivalent of a chair. Like the ref is down, he gets a chair and hits him. But I don't know.
Did that happen with Reigns where he couldn't Superman punch?
Probably.
It doesn't make sense. Yeah, I mean, I've never. The one thing about believing the kayfabe is even. Why is it that if a guy uses a chair, that another referee can't come say something?
Why can't Vince McMahon say, "Hey, nope, sorry, disqualification, match over, next"?
I mean, at least Teddy Long would just be like, "Nah, player, that's it. You know what?
Holla, holla, holla. The chair, player.
All you guys gonna be in a tag team match,
player."
All right, so I mean, Raw was really a lot of just kind of a build-up, obviously, to the Royal Rumble.
And Roman Reigns. Well, not even build up to the Rumble, just Roman Reigns. The whole thing was built around him being number one. And we've said it before. We thought it, it just made sense for him to be put in that position. They're trying to screw him every way possible. How better could you do that than make him come in at number one? But go ahead.
Does he have the cardio? Does he have the cardio to go through the whole? That doesn't seem to be his strength. I don't. Can he make it an hour?
Yeah, I mean, he's a freak. It's not like he's wrestling for an hour. He's throwing punches and kicks and getting his ass beat and just laying in the corner,
But that's such a heel move to lay in the corner and avoid.
Well, not if he's getting his ass whooped. If he's just beaten down, and ducks out of the way and someone runs out of the rope, runs over the top. And, there's ways that you can do it.
Do you think he breaks his own? Because did he tie
12?
It last year? Yeah.
No, he has it.
He broke it, right?
Yeah.
It was Kane before. I'm actually in my head I can see those. And they didn't. Did they do it this year with the numbers? Royal Rumble by the numbers?
Somewhat. Byron Saxton did it this week.
But like I remember
he
the
just
promos.
went through stuff. Nah, there was no promo. Not yet, like, at least. I'm sure it'll be on Sunday.
I feel like I remember like Kane with 39, the most eliminations and or whatever. Shawn Michaels has like the most eliminations of any guy like over Rumbles, which is the least
still Kane though.
But that's like the least useless.
No, yeah. Well, stat. I mean, like it's cool. Like he's eliminated the most people ever, but okay, great. It's a cool fact to know.
Yeah. So you think Reigns breaks it this time? I mean, if he's going to be one, how does he not break it?
No, I mean, he doesn't have to eliminate everyone, but like he's feuding with like 10 people, so like the Wyatt family, the League of Nations, that's 9 right there. Kevin Owens, I can see him eliminating 10, 12, but I don't think he needs to do that. He can just avoid stuff and, just get beaten down the whole time.
Do you think there's any chance that he pulls like an Austin type thing
and like leaves the ring and comes back?
Yeah.
I'd never thought about that, but yeah, that's definitely a one way to go.
Because it makes I find it, and I don't know. I mean, it's not that I don't. Okay, Roman Reigns obviously is far better athlete than I'll ever be. I just never pegged him to be a guy who's going, who's believable in going that hour spot. That's coveted. But how many guys have gone an hour?
Yeah, but you're thinking of it like in terms. I feel like you're thinking of it.
Rey Mysterio.
Okay. But I feel like you're thinking of it more in terms of like a one-on-one match going 60 minutes than the Rumble. Yeah, I get what you're saying with that, but this is their guy and the guy that they're trying to build as the future. So I can see that, and I can see him doing it. He doesn't have to break any record, but I can see it happening. I can see him breaking the record and then getting eliminated and losing, or.
So, I mean, do we just go into Raw? I feel like Raw was.
I mean, like Raw was, a completely forgettable show. Like there was nothing. Like there was no physical, real interaction between anyone who was having a match. It was like Kevin Owens and Dean Ambrose didn't even do anything, right? Like Owens was just on commentary. Ambrose won the match. That was it, right? Like, I mean. Or Ambrose like came over to him and he walked away, or what? I don't think they like did anything though.
I mean, No, I can't say it. I mean, I'm not more excited for the Last Man Standing match than I am the actual Rumble match, but I gotta say that I can't believe that I really do not want Dean Ambrose to win.
Welcome to the dark side.
No, don't worry. I mean, this is only a visit. I'm only like at a rest stop. No, because
stop what I'm saying.
No, because I know exactly where you're going with that. But the truth of the matter is that I feel like Kevin Owens will do something and then like just like. Screw you, Sami Zayn. I hurt you.
You'll win the title, and this one's for you, Sammy.
You'll like Sammy's. There was. I sent you that video.
Yeah.
One morning. You know what? They're in a house show in like I want to say Missouri or something crazy, somewhere random.
Like he went out of his way.
Yeah, he shows up on NXT just to come out and just shit on Sami Zayn, and then I mean, finally he got kicked in the face with the hell of a kick.
I mean, totally uncalled for. But that's beside the point. Kevin Owens didn't physically assault him, did he?
He might. Well, I mean,
No, he did not.
He injured him.
Sticks and stones.
Oh my God!
Come on, Sami Zayn, be a bigger man.
All right. So, what do you really think happened to that match, though? Does Owen
people were asking me at work, two people were asking me at work about this, one being a 10-year-old. But I don't know. what happens on Sunday in anything? I don't know. I don't like. How does Roman Reigns lose? How does Brock lose? Does Triple H come in? I don't. What's the point of building up the Wyatts? I don't. What Owens Ambrose? Like, I can see either of them having a shot in the Rumble. How do they enter the Rumble after a last man standing match? Does the winner get a better shot in the Rumble? Does the loser have a better shot? I don't know. I don't know anything. Nothing. It's a beautiful thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the best podcast we've ever had.
Because it's going to be pure, like, speculation. Like, I have no concrete thought on, like, every person has a legitimate, like, kind of story or reason why they could win or reason why they can't win. Like, how does Roman Reigns, I know we're talking about the last man standing match, but how does Roman Reigns not win the Royal Rumble? Like, everything is stacked against him. How does he not overcome that and be the hero? I don't.
How often? Well, I mean, this is. Let's just talk about the last man standing match, and then I'll go off with my weird tangents. All right, so I don't see how it serves Owens. See, this is what I understand. I don't see how it serves Owens to win the IC title back. Because I feel like he was getting kind of this kind of push from Vince, when he the match with Roman Reigns, was it last week or 2 weeks ago, where Owens started off the entire roster basically versus and Owens, it was really Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns. So. I mean, it was kayfabe, but you had Owens, trying to get approval from Vince, and Vince yelling at him at ringside, get him, which I felt kind of was, legit. And I'm just, I don't see how a loss serves him either.
Exactly. And that was, I was waiting for you to finish just to say that. But how does he lose? It's a last man standing match. I don't see how the bully stays down for that count. And I don't think Ambrose needs the title. I don't think he's done anything with the title. The best thing he's done with the title is feud with Kevin Owens. And that's, you know what I mean? I can deal with, an Ambrose fluke win for the title, and now Owens gets it back going into Mania. Because, I don't think the IC title is necessary. It's a step. It's not a step down because he's not doing anything. He's in the main event scene. He's right up there with everyone else. But he's not the world champion. He's not fighting for the world championship right now. So, I don't think he's going to be fighting for it at WrestleMania. Or so he can be the IC champion. Maybe Zayn comes back and beats him at Mania or something like that. Maybe they give us that match. But I can see him being the IC champion because he can do something with it, and it gives him something to talk about. And I don't know how he loses a last man standing match. I've seen him lose them to Sami Zayn, to El Generico, but that was an absolute war and blood, and it was insanity, and they're not going to do that, obviously. So I don't know, man. Unless Ambrose does something just crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, he would have to Shane McMahon bump,
That's what I was thinking, the DDT off the Titantron was what I was picturing.
God, what?
You know what I'm saying? Something where Owens goes through the stage, or something where he just can't get out of. Maybe. What about this? What about the straight up what you just said? Jeff Hardy or Shane McMahon, where Owens is just laid out on whatever platform, and Ambrose goes to the Titantron and jumps off with the elbow, and then neither one of them gets up.
I just hear JBL Mario, he's gonna be a paraplegic.
I think that might be where I go. They draw.
Yeah, I mean, and then they both are in the Rumble.
Exactly.
Later.
Neither of them lost. They were both just incapacitated. But then that's my whole thing is what's the point of a last man standing match if an hour later they're going to be in another match for possibly 50 minutes, you know?
You were beaten to the point where you could not stand for after a 10 count.
Yeah.
You're able to be, I mean, you know, I
like
mean.
How, okay.
Maybe take them both out. Maybe they're out.
Yeah, okay. But with this thin of a roster, you're going to have two of your second, third babyface and your second, third heel not in the biggest match for the title? That's crazy to me.
It is, but I mean, they also left Bryan out of the Rumble last year. No, not last year. 2 years ago. 2 years ago. You know, I'm like, I don't know.
When Batista was in it?
Yeah,
because he had a match, right?
Yeah, and that was kind of like the justification, right? Like, he's in a match, so he's not going to be in the Rumble.
Well, they also didn't care about Daniel Bryan. Like, they never had any intention to push him.
Okay.
So I can see why they left him out. But
I just hope the Royal Rumble. I'm so excited. I can see. There's even an argument here where I can see Owens. I'm like, God, Owens would be a monster heel if he ends up like winning the Rumble. He would be a monster.
I don't like. Owens can eliminate Brock, and Brock can eliminate Owens. Like, I feel like the Rumble is where you're starting a lot of storylines, you know? Or you should be, or you could be. And maybe you're going to start something with the Wyatts and Brock. Maybe you're going to start something with Reigns and someone. But your top guys need to have some type of interaction, I feel. Like that's a free way to get people who have no business interacting to be in the ring with each other. And like get a reason immediate. Oh, you eliminated me from the Rumble. You cost me my spot at Mania. That's a legit reason to hate somebody.
Does Taker show up?
That's a very good chance, and then maybe he gets eliminated by the Wyatts or Strowman or
Maven.
Someone that. Oh, Kevin Owens, maybe Maven. But I think that would be a cool spot. Like the title's on the line. What the hell? Let's bring him in, and hey, if he comes in the ring. Why would I think he's going to win it, you know?
Whose music?
I'm going to say that I'm looking most forward. See, it's not going to happen till Raw, but I'm looking most forward to the potential AJ Styles music. So the reason why I'm not sure if it'll be in the Rumble is because no one knows the music. Or we don't know what his music is yet.
But if his music is just like AJ, it's like the Christians, like
I'm AJ Styles. Just like, do you remember like when he was younger years ago, when he used to do like AJ Styles and like move his hands?
Yeah,
it could just be that. Like it could be him on the Titantron saying, "Hey, Jay Styles," and then it goes into the music, and then it's just him. But like they could have something on the Tron where people know it's him and you see him. But like John Cena Instagramming a picture of AJ Styles was not a coincidence. Not a coincidence.
All right. So since we're obviously, are we going to go with draw? Or are you
going
that crazy?
It's either Kevin Owens or a draw, like that. Those are the only. I can't see him losing.
Like, if he
unless
loses,
it's some crazy type of way.
But he could lose and then go into the Rumble and then do something and start a feud.
Yes,
even if he doesn't win. So
if he loses the last man standing match, how does he go into the Rumble? That's my whole thing. But what were the specific rules? It was Falls Count Anywhere, last man standing. Crush and Macho Man?
Jesus. All right.
Why were they allowed to pin each other backstage and then hang him from a noose by his leg and then go back to the ring for a 10 count?
Literally
that would be dope. I would love that.
It's the only last man standing match I've ever seen with these rules. And
that's what I'm saying.
I was there, and I was very excited for Macho Man to win, but I didn't understand. So they had to pin them. You could pin him anywhere you wanted, but then the guy had to make it back to the ring by the 10 count, which was just like, okay. I hope that's not what it is. I mean, I know you think that's kind of cool, but honestly, I just like the normal.
it's cool because it's different and it gives you a way to incapacitate someone, you know. But I guess you could just do that anywhere in a last man
I
standing
mean,
match.
if you
just
did
go
it that
anyway.
way, then Owens could lose without losing too much face. It's like
That's not like he gets pinned under a forklift, like something like that.
who?
Like Mick Foley and The Rock, right? Like Mick Foley pinned The Rock, or The Rock pinned Mick Foley by
Who?
putting the bed of the forklift on him.
That was at that was at the Super Bowl event in the empty stadium.
Was it the halftime show?
Yeah, in the empty stadium. That was awesome.
Yeah.
But there was also the time. Was it? I'm trying to remember who. There was maybe it was RVD in a stretcher match, or was it Jeff Hardy and like the with a stretcher, you just had to roll them past a certain line.
Yeah. They've done that a couple times.
All right, so
top
like
of the ramp.
Yeah, if it's something like that where you just need to get him, like, if you can hold someone back, it's not gonna be the same thing. But like, if you do something like that, then the heel.
Dean Ambrose just holds him down for 10 seconds. Maybe he handcuffs him or ties him up, or I don't know. I guess anything. Yeah, anything is possible with Ambrose. So I mean, whatever. I don't care who wins. I literally don't. And this match is going to be phenomenal. And what is it? One of 2 matches announced. So I mean, it's going to get a crazy amount of time. So this is going to be good.
Wait, is it 4 matches announced, right? With the Rumble.
What else is announced? The Rumble, the
tag team.
Oh, that's a thing? I didn't know that.
Yeah, you have Usos versus New Day, which
Joey.
I keep saying this because I feel like it's, but maybe they won't. But I feel like the New Day is going to lose eventually.
Not now. They're carrying those into Mania, and then you let whatever babyface team you have win them at
How many
Mania
times
and
can the
pull off
Usos
the
not
upset.
win the titles?
Well, this will be it. They'll lose, and then that's over.
I just wonder, like, if you were to go back and look at the history of tag teams who challenge for the belts but don't win it, I feel like the Usos have to be the team with the most.
The Usos are there, like Crime Time. The Prime Time Players never won them until recently.
Deuce and Domino.
They were champs.
No, I'm not saying that they didn't hold it, because the Usos have been champs.
Well,
but I feel
but I don't think Deuce and Domino were around long enough.
Not true. All right. Then there's Becky versus Charlotte for the world title.
Oh yes, pleasant surprise.
This could get a lot of time.
It'll get. I don't know. These two just haven't, in ring, they haven't necessarily clicked. I like the storyline. It's good. I like Ric Flair's involvement and all, but I just feel like in the ring it's been sketchy at times. It's been a little slow or a little blotchy. But I don't know. I like both of them, so I'm hoping for a good match, and I know they can put on a good match. So I think it'll be good, but I don't think there's any way that Charlotte loses.
No, I don't think she does either. I mean, and I just hope that doesn't mean that Becky, because I feel like Becky's been doing a lot of great promo work backstage. I feel like
yes,
she's finally getting more crowd support, because there were times where I feel like the two of them were,
crowd is still a little dead.
I just don't. I want to yell at the crowd. I just want to be like, don't you understand that if you don't start getting more excited about these things,
she's gone. That's it.
And
but remember, in NXT, and obviously it's different. I get it, but NXT, when she comes out, the whole crowd is singing her song.
Yeah,
and that would be so dope on the main roster, but people just don't care. She's the babyface, whoever she is, you should be cheering, but they're just diva. All right, bathroom break. Oh, what do you want to eat? Just not pay attention. Let's talk about something else.
But
it sucks, and it's unfair, especially considering that I was in that boat, and these are 2 of the 4, 5, 6 divas that changed me into oh, okay, yeah, I'll watch this. Oh, this will be dope, So.
I don't know. I just don't. I feel like there should be. I wish the divas would stand outside. They should have all the divas standing by the exits and just be like, if people don't pop for them at the exits, just turn them away. Give it. No, you can't go in.
So you mean I'm gonna have to walk in and be like, "Oh, yay, a Bella, woo"?
I just, but It's just, I literally don't feel like there's anything the Divas could do more to get crowd reactions. I mean, is it the way they're working in the ring? I mean, they're not.
That's what I think. Like, Becky and Charlotte haven't connected to where they're telling those crazy stories or having the good matches, and Paige and Charlotte didn't really connect either. So I don't know what the deal is, but they're just not hitting on. And maybe my expectations are too high because of the NXT stuff, and WWE just doesn't present them that way on Raw and SmackDown. So maybe that's the issue. But still, when it comes to in the ring, they're just not wowing me like they did in NXT, and I don't think that is all WWE's fault, because Malenko or Fit Finlay, whoever is working with them, is a beast. So I don't know.
By the way, I don't know what I was watching. I was watching something that Dean Malenko is apparently hilarious backstage.
I'm sure.
I think it was Road Dogg. Maybe it was Road Dogg. Yeah, because Road Dogg was talking about how his brother Brad Armstrong is hilarious. He said that he kind of based his character off of how funny his brother was backstage, and he said that another person that was like that was Dean Malenko. That he worked this just emotionless character, but that backstage he's just one of the funniest people in the entire world.
I feel like I would have just, not that I would have guessed that, but a lot of times, the guy you see that's the most stoic and whatever is hilarious. I don't know. I get I'm that way, so I, not that I think I'm super funny, but around people or whatever, I'm just chilled out. I'm quiet, but if you know me, then you know me.
Okay. All right.
So I guess I would have just been oh, okay, yeah, that seems about right. But I get what you're saying. The Iceman.
All right. And then is that it? Let me just double check.
There's the pre-show match with two awesome tag teams. Jack Swagger and Mark Henry. Are you kidding me?
I've seen them. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, for the last 3 weeks or whatever they've been tagging.
It doesn't bother me so much.
It's perfect. Just call them the All Americans or something. Just give them Zeb Coulter back. I don't know. That's fine. They could be a fine tag team. Good. Put them on TV every week. I don't give a shit.
I'm trying to see who else. That there's the pre-show, and then one of the teams makes it in, right?
Clearly, the Dudleys are winning that. It's the Dudleys, the Ascension, and Darren Young and Damian Sandow, and Mark Henry and Jack Swagger. Are you kidding me? Why would the Dudleys not win that? And that's hilarious that 3 of those tag teams are one black guy, one white guy.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
That's amazing. I'm shocked that they didn't put Stardust and Titus instead of the Ascension.
But see, not having it's Sandow and Darren Young, right?
What? Okay, so forget it. Sorry, Darren Young, it's over for you. Titus is just by himself. That's it.
I just put how do you just put that?
Why? Why are they a tag team?
I don't know. That really is, and I'm a little upset.
I hope they come out in Sandow's pink and purple trunks.
The thing is, I want to see. I mean, obviously, I think the Dudleys are going to be the ones who are in it, but at the same time, I'm sad that Mark Henry's not going to be in the Royal Rumble. He's a big dude. He's one of those guys that and then everyone's got to rally around and try to get him out because he's so fat. And if you knock him out, then if you knock Mark Henry out, legitimately.
But we have Strowman and Brock and maybe Taker or Big Show, Kane. We don't need another one.
You think Kane comes back at the Rumble?
Well, he could be. Whatever. He's always around.
Is he corporate or is he?
Either way. I don't think he can be Corporate Kane anymore. He got fired, right? So.
Oh, there's actually another added match I forgot about. The United States Championship.
Del Rio and Kalisto?
Yeah.
That should be a good match. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, see, the thing is, if
I think Del Rio having a United States title match at WrestleMania is a bigger spot than Kalisto having one. So I'll say that Del Rio retains.
Do you though, like merch wise? And they've always wanted this, right? 100,000, like having the most masks ever.
Then I could see Kalisto winning it at Mania. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
I just don't feel like they're going to feud for another.
Exactly. So that's why I went with Del Rio.
Yeah, because I don't know. I'd like to see maybe I'm just like.
I would love to see Kalisto. I was very disappointed, as I'm sure our listeners, all two of them have heard, that, I was quite upset that he lost. I didn't understand that at all. But now, like, I'm over it. I don't even think about it anymore because they've just ruined it. So it's just like, whatever.
God, it's so sad. We can't even, I can't even fake rock and go, the dozens. Like, that's too high. And dozens of the podcast fans.
And half of them have known us for over 10 years, or
Let me ask, because my wife asked this the other day. Is Del Rio somehow more Hispanic lately? She thought that his promo on Monday, he seemed just like as he's been.
When he gets angry,
is that what it is?
When he's angry, he turns to the Spanish, which
like my mom.
I don't.
Like my mom.
Yeah, but that's exactly it. Like I like that because from every TV show or anything I've ever seen, when the person gets mad, they yell in their language. So, like, you just resort to like whatever comes easiest, So that's great. I like that. Del Rio's been great since he came back, and so. Like, as much as I would like to see Kalisto, now that you ruined that, I don't want to see it. Like now just keep it on Del Rio. That's fine. And then we'll move on.
Fair. All right. So that's the undercard or the rest of the card.
That's the undercard, and that'll last for an hour 2 hours, an hour and a half. Yeah. So Kevin Owens, Ambrose, half hour.
Yeah. I hope so. Oh man,
Divas 15 to 20.
20 including the entrances.
And then the tag and the US.
Yeah.
Maybe Owens Ambrose doesn't get that much. We'll see.
Before we go into our Rumble predictions, so first of all, how many times do you think a heel in the last 29 years has won the Rumble?
Triple H.
Okay.
Does Rock and Big Show count? Or did Rock just win that by himself?
They listed, I think it's just Rock.
Okay. So Triple H. Batista wasn't a heel, right? Like, he was a face at that time.
He was supposed to be, yeah.
Del Rio.
Yeah.
Flair.
Yeah. There's pardon the pun, but there are two big ones you're missing.
Orton? No, yeah, Orton, right, with Legacy.
I literally meant big. Oh, was he with Legacy when he won it in 2009?
Yeah, it was him, Triple H, Rhodes, and DiBiase in the Final Four.
Yeah. But then it said yes. Okay, so he did win as a heel. Okay.
Two big ones I'm missing?
One, like, when I say big, yeah,
Yokozuna.
There you go. And then the other big one, literally.
John Studd was a face.
In 89? I'm trying to think.
Yeah, he was a face because he eliminated DiBiase.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so I was, Mark, sorry.
Oh, thank you.
I'm just thinking,
I got them all.
I'm thinking back to
so
Big
what
John
is that,
Studd
4 or 5?
Yeah, like 5 or 6 maybe. Like out
Orton,
of 29.
Triple H, Brock? Or Brock was a face when he won.
Brock was a face.
Yeah?
So it's crazy, yeah. And then before, one more thing. Can you try to round out the top 10 longest time spent in a Rumble?
Just by year?
Just like so it's literally
so HBK once or twice, maybe twice.
No. This is what's crazy. He's not in the top 10.
Oh, because he never won an hour?
He's not in the top. I'll actually tell you that Shawn Michaels is not in the top 20 according to this list I'm looking at.
How? He came in at number 2 and won it.
Maybe I'm not reading correctly. I'm going up and down the list.
So Mysterio.
Mysterio's number 1. Backlund's number 3.
Mysterio, Flair.
You skipped someone who's not
Rick
not to be
Martel.
named. How did you get Martel? Wow, I thought you weren't going to get that one. Yeah, he's number 9.
Obviously Benoit.
Yeah, he's number 2.
I got Rick Martel because I think during 92 or whatever. Oh no, during 91.
Yeah. Wow.
Nice job. During 91, like Jesse the Body or whoever is like, or whoever the hell is commentating is like, and Martel is still in there.
Yeah.
How does he doing it? So that's why I remember that. Nobody recent, right? Like,
so I'll go through the top 10. Mysterio is number 1.
well, wait. I mean, I was enjoying myself.
Oh, okay.
But that's
no. You have like, all right. So you've got out of the top 10, you already have Mysterio, Benoit. You got
Flair,
You
Martel.
got Martel. So you have 4, 5.
Yeah, and Backlund.
Okay, all right.
I don't know. The others are probably weird. Maybe like DiBiase one year.
So Kane
See,
in 2001 for 53 minutes.
ugh.
Rock was in it in 98 for
Yeah.
51 minutes.
Austin McMahon.
Austin and McMahon are neck and neck. They're actually like kind of tied at 56 minutes and 38 seconds.
Yeah, because they came in 1-2.
Yeah. But I can't believe, I mean, I'm looking, I'm not going to lie. I'm looking at this on Wikipedia.
Huh.
But it's the craziest. I can't even believe that Michaels isn't there. Triple H is on it. Triple H is on it twice in the top 11.
What's the longest Michaels was in it?
They don't even. He's not even in the top 20.
Oh, he's not listed. Period.
He's not even listed.
That's impossible.
Miz is there at 45 minutes.
No, see, so how is that even possible?
Bray Wyatt last year at 46 minutes.
Nah, see, no way, man. So you're gonna tell me that one of the Rumbles was less than 45 minutes? I guess if it was 90 seconds or 60 seconds, I guess it could have been.
Sure, and he won twice.
Yeah, from early positions.
He
That's
won.
crazy.
He won he was number 1 in
Yeah,
95.
and Bulldog was 2.
And then he was then he was 18 next year.
So how from going 95 from number 1?
It's insane.
I don't understand.
All right. I don't know. I mean, so there's so many things that can happen here. I mean, all right, I'm going to try to eliminate people.
Let's give our 5 people who can win the Royal Rumble. Right? Is 5 a fair number? You want to go 7?
All right. I'll go 5 because if not, I think my head's going to hurt if I try to go 7.
Yeah, probably. Let's not include Rock, Taker, because I don't think they'll win it even if they're in it, but who knows if they'll be in it.
Okay. All right.
I mean, number 1 obviously is Reigns.
Yes. I really hope. All right. Like I said, I feel that something fishy has to happen for Reigns to win. I don't know. It's just so absurd.
No, I'm gonna give you my final 4. Okay, and then you can give me your final 4.
Okay. All right.
So I'm gonna go Bray, Brock, Triple H, Roman Reigns.
Well, that's the same I have.
All right, so good.
I mean, I don't want to be crazy and call it just. I don't want to be different to be different. You know.
No, yeah.
Like I legitimately. Okay,
give me your 5th guy then. You know, just a guy who could be in there if, say, Bray or Brock gets eliminated.
Kevin Owens.
Okay, that's probably who I would have went with. Maybe a Sheamus or actually, I'm sorry, AJ Styles.
Wow. I mean, he would probably come in later so that you don't if you're going to bring him in, you don't completely overexpose him. Or you think he
or he comes
just
in
lasts?
early and lasts for a little while and builds a name.
You know, he's what is he? 37? No, 35. He's 35, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Austin
That's
Aries.
young, like in wrestling.
Well, Austin Aries. Do you know Austin Aries is 37?
That's what I'm saying. Like in wrestling, that's 40 is like Batista and all those guys were in their 40s, like in the prime. You know what
DDP.
I mean? Yeah. So like 40 is like when like 35 to 40 is your prime. And AJ Styles was saying, I read an interview, and he was saying how like I didn't know he was with WCW in 2001, or like he was about to get signed, or like got signed and didn't debut or whatever. And like he was saying, you know, yeah, he was pissed WWE didn't pick him up, but he wasn't ready in his 20s, and it took being on the indies. And now he said like he felt that you really only get that experience and like come into a zone when you're in your 30s. So, you know, and I from him, like using him as an example, I couldn't disagree more, because he had his moments in TNA. He was always a dope wrestler, but his mic skills weren't great, and you know, whatever, he fluctuated with some gimmicks or placement, whatever the hell. But once he left TNA, like, and then he was just in the independents and New Japan, like, I really like that dude. Like you hated him, and I'm pretty sure you like him now.
I hated him because there are a couple of reasons. I hated him because he represented TNA to me. So
okay.
And he was like to me, he was Mr. TNA.
Yes.
So
100%.
I just couldn't. I was like, no. If anyone who this company decides is their best guy, I hate. So I'm just not. Like, I'm done. And it's hard for me to like a face without, like, okay. So like I liked Punk as a face. I like Bryan as a face, but almost all those guys were heels that like eventually transitioned to face at some point,
or just guys that were like top of the line.
Yeah,
you're gonna like regardless.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Daniel Bryan and Gail Kim are making out at the Royal Rumble 2010. That's pretty interesting. I'm sorry to interrupt. That was just quite startling. No beard, short hair. It's pretty freakish.
That seems like a ladies' man, right?
I guess, yeah.
Like he had been like hooking up with the Bellas,
with like Caitlyn. Yeah.
Like the Bellas were trying. I think the Bellas were trying to sleep with him, and he was like, "No, don't do that." And then like they caught. Don't they catch him making out with Gail Kim?
I don't know.
And then they both dump him or something.
And then Brie marries him, so it works out.
It worked out for him, like in real life.
Oh yeah, here you go. The Bellas just came in and interrupted the interview with flowers for Daniel Bryan.
I'm a loser.
How and why do you know that?
I don't. Okay. Okay. All right. Hold on.
I didn't know that once I mentioned it, then maybe that brought it back up. But
it brought up. Yeah. I don't. But also, remember I've been reading his book, which is taking me forever to do.
Okay.
So I think like within the last 3 weeks, I read him writing about that.
Talk about that. Okay. All right. So I can deal with that. Any chance he comes back for the Rumble? I don't think so.
I just don't. I don't even see how the Rumble would be a safe match to return into. Because stupid stuff can happen.
Well, I don't know about that. I think that might be one of the safest matches to return to because you're so protected. But
I mean, if he comes in,
you don't want the crowd to turn on Reigns.
Exactly. Yeah. If he comes in and then it's just not. I just don't see how that's.
Nah, they can't do that again. They cannot take that risk. Yeah, it's a cool idea, but no chance. They can't take that risk.
I feel like he's gonna end up going the route of Angle in a way. Not like the crazy drug-riddled thing.
Just but, like leaving to go wrestle?
Yeah, like, we won't clear you, so goodbye. Yeah. And then he's like, I can still do it. And then he goes somewhere and just works a different style, maybe?
Maybe. I don't know. I just want to see that guy wrestle. Especially after I watched Total Divas. And he was like, all I think about is wrestling, blah, blah. I was just like, damn, man. Like, I miss this guy wrestling. Like, he was awesome.
But see, I don't even understand. Like, why can't he be an on-air personality? Well, I guess I don't know.
Because he's the, and you don't want him traveling and paying money and shit.
All right, so I guess that's our Rumble stuff.
Well, we never really said who we thought was going to win.
All right.
So, all right. So
we should probably do that. We should probably
let's say some. Like I feel all right. I'll give you some Rumble thoughts or like things I want to see in the Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see AJ Styles debut. I want to see him get a good debut. I want to see I read like Strowman and Brock, and I don't think that's going to happen. So I would like to see Kevin Owens or Bray Wyatt eliminate Brock, or get eliminated by Brock and cost him, some type of interaction to set up a Mania. And I don't know. If you ask me now, I'm gonna say, Triple H wins the Rumble.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But I don't know if I'm
bad.
that. But I don't know if that. I don't know if that upsets me. Like, it makes sense. He's been gone. He's off.
Exactly. It makes sense.
And then you invent. Okay, that's going to be everyone's reaction when he wins, which is good for Reigns.
Yeah, but it's just like, like, here's a guy who already has one and has no future payoff to his winning.
Well, he wins it. He wins it. Then you put.
No. The immediate payoff I get, but the 2 years from now, look at who won this most amazing Rumble in history. Oh yeah, Triple H, great.
Well,
not Roman Reigns or Dean Ambrose or Kevin Owens or Bray Wyatt or even Brock. Not someone young and exciting. It's somebody who's been there, done that, and is now the owner of the company.
And then, but then I see like Fastlane being. Then Fastlane could easily be. Do they still do Elimination Chamber? Did they do that last year?
No. And see, this is where I think maybe we just get like Reigns eliminates Triple H or Triple H eliminates Reigns, and then they get eliminated, and then that just sets up a match between them two, and then Reigns goes and gets his title back at Mania. I don't know, but why would he be the champ? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't want to. Yeah, I want someone new, but I feel like Triple H is the most. Maybe it's the most logical, just because I don't want to accept that Reigns can win.
Like, I can see Brock winning,
but I feel like this whole thing with the Wyatts. To me, I think that's just going to develop there.
It could be, and like it is better to build the chase to Mania, right? But like, this will be Reigns. If he loses the title, right, and then wins it back at Mania, he'll be a 3-time champion in 4 months. Like, come on, right? Because he won it he won it, and then he lost it to the cash in, and then he won it again. So I don't want to see that.
That would be.
Like, I don't know, man. Like, I think he has to win, but it's just there's so much other stuff going on that can adjust that. But you know what? Like, forget about Triple H. Roman Reigns is winning this thing, and I'm gonna stop trying to talk myself out of it.
I'm gonna continue to talk myself out of it, and it'll be the one time that I'm happy to see Triple H win a title. I've never been mad. I've never been happy to see him win a title.
Oh, see, I loved him. Heel Triple H. I loved him.
There was nothing that made me angrier than face Triple H beating Rock in the ladder match at the Garden, SummerSlam, like that.
Yeah, see, I don't think I really liked The Rock at that point. So.
Oh my god, I was wearing a $500 shirt. Well, I mean, it was probably like $17 in
shirt. Yeah.
It was my grandfather's closet, but still, I would wear that to the event. My grandfather's ugly shirts then became, oh my god, I have Rock cosplay for the event. I mean, really, if it was thanks to my grandparents, I mean, you've got the legit mannequin head with the hair from my grandmother, and then
the legit John Cena lock.
Oh, the John Cena lock, yes, from my grandfather, and then also, I mean, the $500 shirts. My grandparents have just.
I mean, if it wasn't for my mother and your grandparents, you would never you would have never been able to dress up for anything.
Man, I was cosplaying
anything you ever needed.
Oh yeah.
Ask your mom if you have this. Oh yeah, we have 7 of them.
Yeah, what did I went as Kurt Angle one time, and I wore like the training suit And I believe I got the whole training suit from your mom, and I believe your sister let me.
Definitely from my mom, not my dad.
Yeah, because I'm too small. Shut up. And people could think that your mom's very tall, and I also got the.
I didn't say you were small. You did so.
And I got the the volleyball medals.
Yeah.
Volleyball medals. I turned around to be my Olympic medals.
Yep.
I think the worst.
I knew you got medals, but I couldn't think of where they would have came from.
Oh, and I'm pretty sure your mom lent me a witch wig so I could go as Al Snow.
And which was probably CM Punk, which was horrendous.
Fun fact about Al Snow, me dressing up as Al Snow for wrestling. At that time, so I was about 22.
You got what everyone
21.
Wanted?
Well, I didn't own jeans. All right, I didn't have one pair of jeans. So I wore like an Al Snow shirt, right? And I just wore and I had the wig. So I actually was wearing overalls because the only jean
underneath the shirt
was overalls.
Jesus, should have seen Hillbilly Jim.
Yeah, because I'm definitely that height.
Oh, see, there you go again. Could have set yourself up. Oh yeah, I could have been him.
Our executive producer is
Stat Girl.
Stat Girl wife is apparently questioning whether or not I should be revealing some of this information to the public at large.
Too late, Stat wife.
All right, so you're gonna go with Reigns. You're just accepting True Life.
I know what's happening. Like, everything is so much against him that I don't see how he doesn't win, and it's so much against him that I almost want to see him win. That's the crazy part. So I'm just gonna say it. Like I'm Roman Reigns. That's it.
All right, I'm gonna lock in Triple H, baby.
Trips.
Triple H, baby.
We gave our final fours, so we got all that. So yeah, I mean, anything you want to see in the Rumble? Like any big moment, like you want to see someone get some time, you want to see someone show up, I
want Kofi to do something crazy.
Okay, good call. See, Kalisto's in the U.S. match, otherwise he would be a candidate.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, I feel like it's like you can't.
It's Kofi's spot.
Yeah, you can't take that kid away from Kofi. He's in it
until he's gone. Then that's his spot.
God, I wish you could do something that like is supernatural. Like he's about to fall out, and Xavier Woods uses the trombone, Francesca, and somehow
just levitates.
The sound pushes him back in.
What do you think the Wyatts do? Because the last 2 weeks they've destroyed everyone.
I think they eliminate Brock Lesnar. I think like Bray.
Building to who? Bray or Strowman?
Bray.
Okay, which I like. Strowman, I would hate if he faced Brock because I don't think that would just be bad. No. But Bray, I think, would be pretty freaking awesome.
Because I think, like, I was actually reading on the Last Word on Sports. One of my colleagues for the wrestling section was writing about how, a lot of people talk about like Bray not getting the push he deserves, and kind of equating.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but equating him more to like Jake Roberts, right? Like Jake didn't have to win, right?
Exactly.
And like Bray could just be legit. Like I'm focusing on, I just don't want Brock Lesnar to win it, type thing. And
yeah, like that was his mission in the Rumble, whether he won it or not. He was there to eliminate Brock.
And then maybe Brock faces Braun Strowman at Fastlane.
There you go. Okay, that makes sense. And then we get Bray, Brock, even though I still wouldn't want to see Strowman, Brock yet. But yeah,
I don't think Strowman should be exposed like that.
No. That's too much. Like Brock's whole offense is suplexes. How can he do that to Strowman without taking him off his feet? Or is Strowman going to beat Brock like at WrestleMania? You got to be kidding me with that one. I don't care what WWE thinks of him. That's too much.
He looks like the guy. He looks like the guy from Revenge of the Nerds.
I would take Strowman beating The Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Ooh,
way before I would take him beating Brock at WrestleMania. Yes, because The Undertaker is old. The Undertaker is on his last legs, so Strowman beating him wouldn't be far-fetched, and that's always been The Undertaker's MO, is like these giant, crazy monsters.
The only
that would be a cool throwback match for me.
Oh, but he has to be, but Strowman doesn't win.
I'm saying I would be more okay.
More
with
okay.
him beating The Undertaker than Brock.
See, Strowman, why doesn't... Okay. Wouldn't it be more effective if after he locks the move in and the guy, like, passes out, can't he just, like... You know, like in swing dancing, when a guy grabs a girl and, like, swings her
Side
feet?
slam. Yeah.
Just side slam him after it. Like, it's such an anticlimactic finish.
Yes. Well, yes.
He doesn't throw them down. He lets them slink down his body.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I get that, like, they're out cold, so whatever. But, like, if you drop them from up there, they're going to have to protect themselves on the fall, you know? So then, like, you'll see that they're not knocked out.
But side slam will
also work. But Vince doesn't want him leaving his feet. So that's another, like, you know, you can easily do that into a choke slam though, or like the Luke Gallows 12 step slam or something like that. But you know, I don't know, like he's grown on me a little bit because he has been getting better. I think he's looked less rusty and less lost in the ring.
Okay.
So you know, the Wyatt family has kind of been growing on me, even though their role hasn't been as large, but they destroyed, you know, the Dudleys and all that stuff. So that was all entertaining. That was good for them to get those wins, you know, and now they've been still featured in a nice little role. And like you said, and that's what Bray Wyatt has said since day one, you know, like wins and losses don't mean anything. It's I'm here for the war. I'm here for the journey, whatever he says. So he always has that to fall back on. And no matter how many times, like, this guy has feuded with Cena. He's feuded with The Undertaker at Mania. Yeah, he didn't really win any of those, but he's fought everyone, you know?
True.
Awesome feuds with Ambrose and Reigns.
By the way, have you seen this article on Uprocks? They've redesigned all the NFL logos as wrestlers.
Oh, nice.
You got the New England Patriots, obviously. The New England Cenas.
Lame.
The Miami Rocks.
Lame.
The Tatanka Bills.
Okay, I'm done with this.
Oh, come on. Some of them
those are horrendous.
Stone Cold Steve Houston.
Terrible.
The Jacksonville Sheiks. If you go back and if you go and read the article, they kind of explain some of it. I don't know. I think it's actually pretty cool. The Baltimore Raven. The Cleveland Sharps, as in Iron Mike Sharp.
R.I.P.
Oh man, like I legitimately, I know like people have said this, but like I watched him a lot. You know, like I legitimately saw him every week, you know, or so, whatever, on Superstars and then on Wrestling Challenge. And God, it's just weird. It's like, you know, I just hope
it's weird, like a jobber, like, you know, he passed away. Like like, what do you talk about? Like, yeah, he had his longevity. He never won a match or anything, but you know.
Well done's next, and they're probably. Ugh.
No, yeah. So I mean, definitely R.I.P. You know, no disrespect to him in his long career.
All right, and then we have the other two. We had Ring of Honor this week. Really, I guess the only one, I'll admit my stupidity in not knowing, for some reason, it taking me this long to figure out that Mr. Wrestling number 3 is Steve Corino. That's
wow, man! Like, how long has he been doing that?
Okay, I don't watch it every. It's only been watch it
every week, and I saw him at the pay-per-view.
It's been since just
that was
before
his
Final.
First.
Like Final Battle was the first time. Okay, so and then all right. There are times where
5 episodes of ROH that you've watched.
I watch Ring of Honor,
but so you never saw like them show him, and you were never like, "What the hell? Who is that?"
I literally was like, "Who is this guy?" But often, okay.
But like, you never turned the volume on to once you were like, "Wow, who is this guy? Let me listen to his voice." Like, I don't.
At the risk of exposing, there are times where at work I may have been watching Ring of Honor and reading the closed captioning of the commentating because my desire to watch it Thursday as early as possible has led me to watch it during times where I'm not supposed to be listening to it. I'll just put it that way. I'm not going to be more detailed than that. So,
I don't know.
And then it was great because at one point, well, obviously Whitmer calls him out and he's like, it's you. And he denies it. Later in the show.
when he called him in the ring. And
that's when I was like, okay, I knew then. I knew.
Were you like, wait, no, that's not Steve Corino. What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, I was like, oh no! I felt like if anybody who was at the first Mr. America, all right, like, and walked out going, man, who is that guy? Like I felt that stupid. I'm sorry. Our staff producer, our stat guy wife is yelling at me over here. Apparently I'm getting too excited, but now Christopher Daniels is getting suspended. And I think he's coming back as what's that crazy character he was in TNA?
Not Curryman. He's not coming back as Curryman.
You don't think so?
No way. Curryman? Are you kidding me?
I think because Mr. Wrestling, or Corino, I should just call him Corino. Corino goes, man, and when you're suspended, you can't come back. He's like, you got to stay away. And when he said that, I was like, oh. What if he comes back? I mean,
maybe he'll come back as something, but not Curryman.
I hope it's Curryman. That guy is just hot in there.
Spicy too. Yeah. So then you had, I don't know if there was anything else before the main event that you wanted to touch on.
No, really the Corino thing was kind of like one of the stories there. They didn't have anything about Prince Nana with the mystery envelopes that I'm kind of waiting to see what happens with Dijak.
Yeah, they're not going to
Yeah, they're not going to
rush that.
This was the second taping in Philly, so
so
they were
still that
Philly
same
there.
show. Yeah.
The main event. I thought it was kind of nice to have the send off of both the Kingdom and AJ show up there.
But
right?
they didn't say anything on the show about Bennett leaving, on after the match, right?
No, they didn't say anything. No, that was off the air. But they ended up even shaving his head. Like they cut his hair at the end. The Young Bucks and AJ.
Really?
And then he comes out bald. Doesn't he on TNA as the Miracle?
No, he had the same haircut that he had yesterday.
So they did something. I don't know. It was
maybe they cut off the little ponytail thing.
Yeah, they. Oh man! And there was a super kick in a. He was in the shopping cart.
That was sick. And the super kicks at the beginning of the match, where they super kick the announcer, then they super kick Kevin Kelly. That was phenomenal. That was great. And this is you mentioned it, off the air. And what I was gonna say was this was amazing, but I've just seen it so much. It's still phenomenal every time. But I see these 3-way tag teams or fatal 4-way tag teams with 3/4 or 5 out of 6 of these guys. So it was awesome. I can't complain, but it was just okay, I've seen this, I've kind of seen this, but they're always innovative. They always do sick stuff. So it's always something new, but it's just in theory, it's okay, yeah, I've seen this, and it's another meaningless, just sick tag team match,
Maria Kanellis takes the Undertaker.
Yeah, that was
because as I've said on the show before, nothing to me is better than when
she deserves it.
Yeah, when a woman not when they just get hit randomly, but when a heel female manager gets her comeuppance. I like that. I don't know.
This is completely unrelated, but did you happen to see a video surfing around of a woman on the train, and she was screaming at this guy, and all in his face, and he knocked her hand out of his face, and her little boyfriend steps in the middle, and whatever, they're just going back and forth. The girl's screaming at him nuts, blocking the door. So I call the cops and not letting in. People are come on, miss, we want to go. Somebody better give me my $275 back. All this stuff, right? So then she comes back in the train and she spits at the guy. and she misses. And then her boyfriend is like, yo, chill, man. Like, all right, fine, go ahead, whatever. And then she spits at him again and hits him. And then he just beats the crap out of the boyfriend because he's like, yo, I'm not going to hit you, but I'm going to mess your dude up. So I'm never a proponent of violence against women, but that woman certainly deserves something. So that just, what you're talking about wrestling wise.
Oh, man. Yeah. I just love seeing it.
When they deserve that comeuppance, it is good or funny to watch.
I thought they were
especially
just
in wrestling when it's fake.
Oh yeah, I thought they were just gonna give her super kicks and then they gave her the Indie Taker.
Nah, yeah, and the finish that they have with Styles when Styles does the pile driver right,
Oh my
and then
God.
picks him up, and then they super kick him, and then the Styles clash, like, ugh, so sick, man, so sick.
I can't remember the name. Why can't I remember their finisher? They pulled it on Bennett.
More bang for your buck.
Yeah, I mean that.
The Young Bucks are incredible. Like, they're easily the best tag team in the world. Like, it's not even close.
I can't wait to get my. I think finally my Bucktails shirt is arriving in the mail on Monday. So
nice.
And I guess we'll end on a low. How was TNA?
It was pretty good. I mean, like, I really want you to watch Michael Bennet because he is the first person ever for me in TNA whose entrance feels like a WWE entrance.
Okay.
Like,
oh, really?
Like, Maria comes, like, they have, like, this, like, like a little, like, classical background, elevator-ish type music. And, like, she comes out. It's like the open, like, the scene of a play where, like, someone is just on the stage by themselves. There's, like, background music.
Oh, soliloquy. Yeah,
I know.
Okay.
And she's just talking, and she's like, have you ever believed in a miracle? You now believe in the miracle. And then, like, his music hits and he comes out. But, like, the way that, like, the music is the soft intro and then it's the hard music when he comes out, and the way that it's slow and built up. Like, when TNA, like, I don't know anybody's entrance music. I can't tell them apart. They all sound the same. So this is one of the first ones where I'm like, oh shit, this is pretty dope, and I'm very interested to see what they do with him, and I think he's gonna get a hotshot push, rightfully so, and I'm excited for that. And then you had the whole Matt Hardy EC3 thing, which was phenomenal if you watch the whole thing, and if you've been following this for forever, like, they've been going back and forth with the title and the feud. And then so this week Jeff wrestled. Jeff was out there cutting a promo, and Matt came out and was talking to him like, I'll be okay, don't worry about my career being on the line, everything will be fine. And then Tyrus comes out, which seems completely normal, and challenges Jeff Hardy. And then him and Jeff Hardy have the match. Jeff wins, ends up, like, banging up his knee, and then Jeff is, like, sitting in the back, and he's, like, got an ice pack on his knee, and Rebby and Matt are walking in the hallway, and Rebby Sky is like, all right, you got to do this now. Like, it's before it's too late. You got to do this. So they go in Jeff's locker room, and Jeff Hardy, like, disgusting, like, wiggles around his knee. He's like, look at this. It shouldn't do this. And Matt Hardy is like, oh my God, like, you got to go to the hospital. Like, what about your wife? You gotta think about this. Go to the hospital. You need to get it checked out. Like, you really need to go. So he's like, you think, like, no, but I got to be here for the match. I got to be here. And he was like, no, Jeff, don't worry about the match. Like, I'll be all right, And then Jeff Hardy, like, walks away, and, like, you see him kind of look at Rebby Sky, like, all right. And then EC3 is in the back of an ambulance with Tyrus, and, like, he cuts a promo about, like, yeah, you say Matt Hardy can't die, but neither will EC3, and no matter what, I'm fighting for this title, and this is the only thing that means anything to me. And such a babyface promo, not the cocky, arrogant, shit talking EC3.
I missed that part. Okay,
it was just like, I don't die either, and I always get up, and then the match. Like, the execution of the double turn was one of the best I've seen in forever.
I'm surprised they were able to pull off a double turn. They actually. So I only watched the match, but I actually was impressed with the work rate the way they pulled it off. I don't like Matt Hardy, so it's easy for me to hate him. Like, very easy for me to hate Matt Hardy. You know, like, it's genius for them to. I mean, I don't know. Maybe other people disagree with me, but he just annoys me.
Yeah,
like ever since.
Always has.
To be honest with you, ever since, and I know that see, the sad thing is he's definitely more in what happened with him, Edge, and Lita. Like, I feel like I would have been the Matt Hardy, but I hated him. I hated him. Like, I couldn't.
You were almost glad that it happened.
Like, come on, man. I'm like, this is enough. All right. I'm like, just you lost her. See, just give up.
When he left WWE and all that, and even like maybe even after he left TNA the first time, and like he was in ROH and with Scum, and then like kind of with the Kingdom, right? Like he kind of grew on me a little bit, and I was like, okay, this guy he's not as annoying. He's just kind of in this like top spot, and he's just on his own. He's kind of being a dick, which makes me like him better because I already think he's a dick. So like this was the same thing. I was like, oh my God, like what an asshole. Like, you know, but at the same time I was smiling and like, wow, this is great. Like, you know, this is, and like Rebby Sky, how she was so worried and everything. And then she gets the hammer and like her smile was such that just like, I want to like shake the hell out of you. You know, like they were, and they did everything. Like Matt Hardy was cheap shotting him. He hit him with a low blow, and it was slow. It wasn't like Tyrus just came out and turned on EC3. It was, you know, it was the low blow. Then it was the hammer. Then, you know, he was trying to cheap shot him. Then Tyrus came down and turned on him. And then the belt. Like, it was 5 things that added up to everyone feeling bad for EC3. And it was good. EC3 just kept getting up at 9. And good stuff, man. It was really good.
Wow.
Yeah,
a good TNA match. All right.
You have to watch TNA, man.
I'm telling you. So I watched one match this week.
And it was good.
Okay,
so that's it.
I'll watch
That was your trial run, and it passed.
And I just breaking news or whatever, but apparently Austin Aries is actually backstage at NXT tonight taping.
Yeah, I meant to mention that before, and then you said Aries' name, and it threw me off.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that is a great signing for NXT.
I love that guy.
He is money, and like on NXT, oh my God, that's the guy you want to have. That's a guy who's an NXT lifer.
Yeah, and that's okay. Yeah,
like that guy is. Oh, I love him. Phenomenal. Man.
I mean, I just admire him because of the hard work he puts into that facial hair. It's just he's never cut. I don't understand. Like Big Show for a while had like a chunk missing of his mustache. I don't know what was going on there, but
yeah, I mean, like the greatest man that ever lived. Great in ROH. Awesome in his TNA run. So I'm really excited to see him work with Zayn and Joe and Balor and Breeze or Neville or whoever else is down at, like, you know, that's a good signing, and he can work with the younger guys. He can help them out, and just good. This is the most beautiful part of NXT is like these kind of guys are going to be on my WWE TV now, you know, because now they have a place that's an independent show and smaller guys run it, and it's great.
All right, and I guess there's nothing left but our trivia for the week.
Yeah.
All right, so this one comes in to a friend of the show, Chris Jesus from California. And I'm having a problem opening the right window. Here we go. Who did Cesaro wrestle in his first official WWE debut?
How am I supposed to know that? He came out with Oksana.
So
he was the European football player, the rugby star.
Yeah. So we're not talking about. He wasn't. He wasn't in. Wasn't NXT? Was he?
No, his debut. He was, but in SCW.
So we're assuming that his
official.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that he means on Raw.
It was. Is it
like R-Truth or like something like that?
I'm gonna go with.
He was the rugby player. Like you remember?
I'm going to go with maybe Thwagger.
Maybe. Did he come out with Oksana right away? Or did she, like, start, like, courting him?
I feel like she courted him after.
Because somebody introduced him.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't just show up.
He wasn't Oksana with Teddy Long.
Yeah, and then they introduced him.
And then, like, because like she was trying to get with Teddy Long to get like a green card.
Probably. So he was a heel.
Oh, so he had to be a heel. So Swagger.
What year is this? Like 2012? I don't know. I can't even think of a roster at that point. Like Ziggler. I'm just gonna say R-Truth.
All right, so you're gonna go with R-Truth.
Does he have the answer there? Or?
Oh no, nobody sends us the answers. I have to look them up.
I'll look it up. You keep thinking.
All right. He had. See, Swagger doesn't make sense then. I don't think it would have been. Has to be a good guy. I don't think he was.
Like, why would he ask us this question? Like, that's why I'm thinking R-Truth.
I mean,
holla. Okay, can you show me who? Okay, like they're showing me Cesaro and then Teddy Long.
I mean, I think maybe he did come out with Oksana.
He came out. Oksana introduced him. I'm going to give you a hint. I can't give you a hint because that's cheating. When you give up, then I'll give you a hint.
All right. Let me just try to break this down.
No, yeah. Go ahead.
It's got to be somebody with... Okay. If you're going to highlight Cesaro's strength, you're highlighting his in-ring work. Right?
Mm-hmm.
If it's Teddy Long, it means it had to be on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to not... I don't think it's Dolph. I'm going to say not Dolph. I'm going to say not R-Truth. I'm not going to say Swagger. God, so like now I want to narrow it. Okay, so now I'm going to think Kofi? Matt Sydal was gone, right? Evan Bourne? Was he already suspended by that?
It's not Evan Bourne, so like don't.
Okay. Because I'm thinking like someone small who can like bounce around and like, you know, put on like a fun match with him to show off his wrestling. And Sydal, it's not Evan Bourne. No. Wait, no. Is it Mr. Neidhart?
Yes, Tyson Kidd. That's crazy, man. Like the whole time when you're like, oh, it must have been someone small. Like I was fighting back a smile because I was like, damn, I wish I could be like, yeah, keep going. But I knew you wouldn't talk yourself out of it. See, I knew there had to be a reason why he asked us who his debut opponent was. And then I looked it up. I Googled it. They have like his match on YouTube, and it was Tyson Kidd.
When you said that,
that's pretty dope.
When you said there must be a reason why he's randomly asking this, it helped me a little bit more.
Well, and that was before I even looked at the video, so that was pure speculation.
And obviously, as I've displayed this episode, my knowledge of backstage WWE diva segments.
It's just the way you broke it down was phenomenal. You know, like you scientifically thought about how they would debut Cesaro. That was worth the price of admission in itself.
I think I'm gonna quit my day job.
That was. I hope everyone, I hope our moms enjoy listening to this.
My mom does not.
Those are probably our only two people.
I'll leave everyone with this. My dad knows very little about podcasting, so I've explained to him.
I don't think my parents know what it is when I say I'm doing a podcast.
Like at first, he didn't really. He just doesn't listen. And then when I finally was like, okay, so he goes like, oh wait a minute, you like it's a radio show? I'm like, well, it's kind of like a taped radio show that people can
just not on the radio,
free, and it's not on the radio. So then finally, like one week, he goes, oh, so how many people listen to this thing? And I'm like, like on a good week, like 30
Three
people.
guys that I've known forever.
And he was just like, he's like, what? That's it? I'm like, Dad, like, I mean, you don't even know what this is, but you're going to insult our amount of viewers.
Hey, I mean, starting off from scratch,
So you know what, guys? Everybody out there, don't forget, send us an email to runningwildpodcast@gmail.com and just be like, screw you, Marty. Screw you, Marty. We listen, all right? This is not to show us support. This is just to shove it up my dad's nose. Tell him.
I would just like to know. I want to hear from somebody in, like, Idaho. Like anyone out there in Idaho.
Yeah, anyone in Idaho.
Please hit me up.
I'm gonna
just want to see if we reach that far.
I'll throw North and South Dakota in there. Like,
okay. I'll take a North Dakota. Fuck South Dakota.
Okay, yeah.
I don't.
There we go. We just lost
South Dakota. I don't know why I hate you, but
half of our listening audience is obviously from South Dakota, and we just lost all of them.
Imagine next week our podcast is just off iTunes. Like, oh, sorry, you disrespected South Dakota. That's it. We can't allow this. All 14 people that live in South Dakota, half of which listen to your podcast.
All right. Well, on that note, don't forget. No, I just gave you the email. You can follow us on Twitter at. By the way, our followers on Twitter make me feel like maybe Twitter's not working anymore. But anyway,
no, the Twitter is terrible.
Running Wild, LWOS. You can, of course, listen to us on iTunes and Stitcher. You can listen to us under our own channel. You can listen to us under the Wrestling to the Max channel. And you can listen to us at the Last Word on Sports channel. You can also read some of my musings. Currently, I've been running a weekly Ring of Honor honorable mention. Get it? Huh? All right,
you should have called it you should just call it the Ring of Honorable Mention.
I was debating that, but I don't know because I want to get,
I get you.
So, because then someone would have to Google Ring of Honorable.
Call it just like ROH and like Rich of Honorable Mentions.
That would be amazing. All right.
Rich on Honor. Whatever. Anyway.
All right, we're going to become bigger anyway. But so we'll see you guys back next week with the fallout from the Royal Rumble. And some more shenanigans. And until then, don't forget that you guys have been listening to the podcast that is just
Hating South Dakota.
Too
sweet. Fuck you, South Dakota.